Hey Virgo, this is your May 2023 tarot reading. Let's get going. All right. The Three of Swords and the Moon. The Empress. The Knight of Swords. The Fool. The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Sun, wonderful. The Six of Swords, the Five of Cups, Three of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. All right. So, not gonna lie, this is not going to be the most easiest beginning of the reading. It does have its ups. I'm trying to see what's going on here. So we have, for Major Arcana, we have the Fool, we have the Empress, and the Sun. If I'm going by your Major Arcana only, beautiful. Oh, and the Moon as well, excuse me. So we're talking about the eclipse, for sure. There's something about the eclipse in Scorpio that will be coming up for you, and it's been showing up a lot in the present, and it's coming in as like the energy that is going to be pressing up against your current energy and working on it, changing it. There is some secret that might cause you a little bit of grief during the month of May period. I'm seeing that there's like this new beginning that you started in the past. You took a risk on something, and it might have been in a friendship circle, or it might have to do, the Moon can do with the mother, and the Empress can do with the mother as well. So you might have had some news come in from your mother about something that broke her heart, or you will be hearing some news about something to do with your mother. There's some heartbreak. This could be a mother's friend having some issues and your mother's upset about it, or some mother needing to have some, you would already know about this, a mother needing to have some sort of surgery. This also could be a secret that comes out at some point that's really heartbreaking. And it seems like it starts off being kind of like a smaller disappointment, and turns into something that kind of eventually will, the grief climaxes and ends. Excuse me. This can have to do with a friend as well, and a friend's mother. I do have the Three of Cups and the Three of Swords, so I tie my numbers in. I like to connect the two. This is also being sad that you're not a mother, having, maybe some complications with trying to get pregnant. And then your friends are around you are getting pregnant, and you're hearing about that news, and although it makes you happy for them and want to celebrate with them, there's a little bit of sadness because of your personal situation, or there is something here about also the female cycle. So this could be your mother going through menopause. This can be if you yourself going through menopause. This is also not for everybody, but it can also play out like there is a secret in a relationship, or you hear somebody's been there's been some sort of infidelity, and that can be in a friendship, in a romantic relationship, in a some sort of family dynamic, even because I have the Knight of Swords here, and it's kind of like the aggressor, right? Taking action on aggression, and what you some news that you have, or some information you've gotten, running with it. How you're thinking about it? You're thinking about what you're producing at this time, or how abundant you are, or you're thinking about what you can create, and this might, or how you're creating, or motherhood in general. In the past, you may have started something that was a bit of a risk, and maybe it didn't end well, or it might not in the near future. It might not end the way you wanted it to. The Empress being at the top of all of this gives me some reason to think that it's just a cyclical thing. Like, everything has its growing season, right? And the moon has its phases. So with time, this will heal. With time, this will, the happiness will come back in. I feel like there's a delay in your spring. That's what it feels like. You're thinking a lot about your own mother probably at this time. Maybe she's had some sort of injury, and maybe she didn't tell you, or there's some sort of secret that's been kept that's hurtful, and it could have been from your own mother. So maybe you're realizing your mother had a secret that she had kept from you. And there might be an argument in the family about it. It doesn't have to be super serious. It can just be something that, like, you didn't expect to be on the outs with something. I see heart surgery here for somebody. If this is the case, you would already know about it currently, because it's been scheduled, or there's something going forward. This can also be any kind of surgery on the female body as well. Having the Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords there, with the Nine of Swords down here, it gives me the swords entering the human body, or a part of the human body. So, and the moon is kind of I think of it as a Cancer and a Scorpio card. So it can be the body parts that Cancer rules, and the body parts that Scorpio rules. And Scorpio usually rules the reproductive organs, so it can have to do with that. And the Fool card is like innovation as well. So it can be because it's Uranian. So it can be you tried something that was risky in some sort of way, maybe not necessarily high risk, but just the outcome was up in the air. There was it was a shot in the dark, maybe, with something. This could have been an experimental type of procedure, or something that you took a chance at and had full high hopes and expectations, and maybe it didn't end exactly with a good result, or with the way you wanted it to. Now, I'm really glad that you're mentally keeping, you're very grateful. It seems like no matter what happens, even though there'll be sadness and there'll be some grief and regret and remorse from a certain situation in your life at this time, you're being very optimistic and being very you're appreciative of what you have now, still what you hold and what you're creating in your life, and the opportunities that you might have in the future. So your advice is to, it's with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and I don't typically like to read the ten. Can you imagine Mercury is retrograde? I don't really like to read reversals that much. I used to really get into it, but I try to keep my cards as, you know, I'm very careful when I shuffle my cards. So when it shows up in reverse, I have to read in reverse. So Ten of Pentacles in reverse, if it's talking about like a noun, where we'll go into like simplicity, I always read it as a dysfunctional family, okay? It can also be a loss of money within the family, a great loss, inheritance been dumped out the window, somebody stole money, there could be just a great loss within the family, the family money. Think Schitt's Creek. Also, it can be that the legacy is there, but it's not not the legacy that you want to continue on. You might not want to continue on the tradition of this legacy. So it could be going either of those ways. Maybe there's something about family here, or the inability to create a family here, a dysfunction in family, or a dysfunction in the ability to make a family, or dysfunction in family finances. So your advice is to maybe drop your expectations about something practical or financial having to do with family at this time. So maybe there's, let me get another card, because now I have two tens on the table here. I have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It's not a good combo. It's like the end of some sort of family feud. I think that's what I'm going for. I think it's the end. There might come like a break in the family, or an ending in the family, or maybe someone has just recently passed away that's been kind of keeping the family apart, or causing distance in the family between different members, and now that person's gone. There could be almost you might be sad but also celebrating, because you're like, well, now everyone can get along again. That's so nice. I know that sounds horrible, but that could be what's going on. Can I have clarity on the Ten of Pentacles, please? Clarity on the the Ten of Swords. Clarity on the Ten of Swords. Clarity on the Ten of Swords. For Virgo. Virgo in the month of May. Ten of Swords. Okay. Somebody who was a leader in something, somebody who maybe a business ended, a family business, and that's what that is. Because the Emperor is like, it can be the leader of the family, a father figure, can be a family business. Um, it can be the father having to have surgery, and you didn't know it, and so there's something there with the father, or there's something there with a family business that the father has run for a while, or maybe a business that you started in the past that you took a risk on is now um, something has ended with it. Or this can also be a business that has to do with anything to do with tattoos, anything where needles pierce a body. So this can be a some sort of spa treatment, like high level esthetician type situation, or if you had your own family practice of skincare treatments, or like a beauty or spa, or even plastic surgery as well. Somebody who is who is good at using sharp objects and doing something with those on people for a living. It doesn't have to be. It can be any kind of business, but I would think that in a positive sense, it would be that kind of business where there's some sort of needle work, or some sort of acupuncture or tattoos or anything like that. And if it's not that, then it could be that a father's business ends, or there's an ending within the business life of a parent. Maybe it could also be that there was an injury in the family and someone had to retire early because they couldn't obviously continue on with this injury, or maybe they're getting older and they just decide to end it while it's at a low point. Cut the losses. There is loss here. I have every sad card here. I also have some very good cards. So the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Five of Cups is just like bleh. It's like a progression, especially with the moon there too. It kind of takes the moon to a whole new, like, oh. I feel like there's been a secret that was kept, some heartbreak. It was kind of devastating. And then there's this big kind of climactic ending, something bad that just kept getting worse. Finally, there's a big climactic, like, it's over with. The pain, something has to be done. There's a big change, and it's the end of the game. So then there's grief over a loss, the loss of something, a loss of someone, the loss of even a family pet, because I do have the Fool here with that little dog there, and I do have dogs here. And I did get a reading just a couple days ago with another situation about a family pet, maybe that you grew up having, or something that was much older, passing for some of you. Hopefully not, but that is coming up even more strongly in this reading. So maybe you have Sun, Moon, Rising. Check the other signs as I post them. But I don't know. Yeah, I see 3 animals in this card, and there's 3 swords here. So it could be that also that, like, just an unexpected thing kind of surfaces in a pet's life, and the pet has to have surgery, or there's something there that causes some sadness and some grief and loss. Let me see. Someone chooses, there might be a choice to end something, even though things have been kind of bad. Someone could just choose to call it quits, and end a painful situation for something or someone, or like a business, or even an animal's in pain or something. Maybe it's been a painful experience owning a business that's not doing well or it's going out. So there's this kind of um, there's being in control, trying to control pain as well, from a surgery. So that means like medication and prescribed by your doctor, stuff like that. Um, so it could be that a father has had surgery. It could be that a mother's had surgery. An animal's had some kind of issue. There's this. There might have been an argument about somebody keeping this a secret. Um, your mother or being a mother will be heavy on your mind. And also creative projects. So this could also be um, the Empress being the create. You're thinking very about what you're producing or creating, what you're gestating. You're feeling abundant or thinking in a lot about someone or something. What you're not aware of is that there is some sort of argument going on. Maybe somebody's getting a divorce as well. A mother and father could be getting a divorce. A friend that you know, a couple that you love, they could have been keeping it secret that they're going through a divorce. Okay, that's what I'm thinking now, because I have the Emperor and the Empress, which I didn't notice until just a second ago. So, yeah, it's probably a friend of yours who is going through a divorce, a friend of yours, and you love them. They're such a great couple. It's a surprise because the Moon card here is, and with the the Fool card, it's an unexpected event that surfaces that from the dark. You did not know it was coming and you didn't expect it at all. It's kind of shocking and it's heartbreaking. And you could be thinking a lot about and appreciating what you have in your life, in your relationship, and how good things are going for you because of this event that happens for somebody else, and it makes you appreciate things more and feel very abundant. There could have been some sort of kind of ugly divorce over an infidelity with a friend's relationship, and so then the painful ending, and it's a choice. It's a controlled ending. It's somebody saying, okay, this pain needs to stop, and I'm putting an end to it now. Yeah. You might. Sorry, I'm just checking this right side up first, getting a hit. These people might have been like family to you, so your ideals of what family is, the traditions that you might have had, there's some sort of offset in the legacy. There's a, a break off in the legacy as well. So that's what this could be. It's also tending to your family's needs more in an advice position, which it's in. So it's saying focus on the family, tend to your legacy, tend to your career, whatever's going to be good for you in the long term is where you should put your focus on right now to kind of get your mind on producing. Maybe take care of what you already have in terms of your legacy and your family career. This is like whatever this has been has cost quite a bit of money for somebody, so it is also like your advice is to try to hold on to what legacy is left, or be grateful for even what you have left from the situation. within the family. Also, if it is about a dysfunctional family, because divorce doesn't necessarily mean total dysfunction, but there seems to be arguments going on and maybe some infidelity or something, or secrets being kept. It's saying, I gotta get one more card for this. Sorry, guys. I keep bumping you and hitting the mic. Can I have clarity? Can I have clarity on the Ten of Pentacles in reverse this time? I mean it. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, please. That's too many. Can I have just one card, please? Just one card, please. The King of Wands. Your advice is to stay, keep trying to manifest what you are desiring in terms of your legacy. So this could be like if you were trying to have a baby and it wasn't working out for whatever reason, or it's saying like you have the power and you've mastered manifesting what you desire in your life. You have the drive and the skills of manifestation at this point. And it's also saying take your power back in terms of your family. Maybe not give your power away in a situation where there's arguments or secrets or stuff going on. I can't help. Sometimes he looks so sweet looking down and kind of contemplative, but this time he's looking down and he seems very sad. Understand what you can change and what you can't change about a situation. And where to put your efforts in order to grow what you need to grow in terms of family relationships and dynamics, and also in terms of family finances and career and long-term stability, right? So everything, it seems like there's been a little loss, but there's still stability here. There's still something left over. There might be some sadness in the family or some slight dysfunction at this time, but it seems like there's some sort of father figure or fire sign that might be the one that's kind of turned the family upside down a little bit, because of what they're going through or what they did, or other people see you as being very creative at this time as well. This is a card of children, the Sun card. It's happiness. It's slight, there's like a vulnerability with this card with the kid there, and it's innocence as well. Some other people are looking at you as being innocent in the situation, like you're an innocent bystander, just kind of watching the situation unfold, and maybe you have some fire in your chart, maybe some Leo placements. Yeah, they see you as being innocent in this situation. No one's mad at you. Um, they might also see you glowing, like you might actually be pregnant. Um, and maybe something has happened in your family that's kind of, and because of this sadness that's currently going on, you're keeping it secret, like it's not a good time to bring it up, or um, there's something about like a leader passing on. I don't have the death card, so I don't want to say anyone's going away. It might just be like they had a setback, or can I have some more clarity on the Ten of Swords, excuse me, and the okay. This is what I got. Somebody's going through a divorce. You might hear about somebody going through a divorce. It could be a father figure. It could be not necessarily a full-on divorce. It could be just that there was a secret and it came out, and it's upset the apple cart in some sort of way. All right, I'm going to keep going so I can figure out what's going on here. Other people are seeing you as being innocent in this situation, being a child, really, like just being very creative, and not a child in a bad way, but just being their child baby. If it's like literally like you'll always be my child, or your people are seeing you as being kind of at the precipice of like this big realization. You're being kind of woke to what everything is being clarified for you, so you're getting clear on something. They see this kind of being as like a huge light bulb moment, maybe, and you being completely innocent within this kind of context. You're hoping that you guys who are in the situation can move out of whatever turmoil this has been into, and maybe move to a different frame of mind, to escape the turmoil. You might be hoping to move back home in order to help with the situation. You might be hoping to just get away as well. Like maybe it's too much drama at this time and you just want to get out of the situation. You might be looking to travel or move abroad at this time as well. There'll be good luck in some kind of swifting of energy that goes on during this time, though. So if you're looking for a change, to get old energy out and new energy in. I see that being being a positive experience. I definitely feel like somebody's lost a friend, lost somebody that they called a friend that they held dear. It could be like the father had a loss in some sort of way, like, and so the decision. Yeah, there is some sort of loss here for somebody who is the leader of the pack. However, the loss of a friend or whatever situation it was, it seems like you don't realize that there is still love there in the situation, although it might not work or the way it used to, or there's still love opportunity to kind of, there's still harmony if you can turn around and kind of appreciate what you still got. And I think appreciation's a big thing here. You're thinking like you're relieved almost about the situation, and the other person might be wallowing a little bit, and you're like still like trying to get them. You might even take this person out to the bar with their friends or with your friends, and in order to kind of get their mind off things. There is some sort of celebration. Maybe there was a loss of a family member. Maybe you're getting married. Maybe there's some big event that's happening and you've lost somebody, and you're very sad that you had the invitations printed out, or you had the name cards on the table ready, and you kind of have to re-edit the guest list in some sort of way, and but the celebration still goes on, and there could also have been a situation where there was an argument, there was a great big ending due to somebody saying some harsh or brash words, and it's made somebody very sad that this ending has happened in the friendship circle, and then somebody's been on the defense, so there's really no, you're standing up for yourself, or maybe you stand up for a friend and another friend says bye, or I don't want anything to do with you. But there's something here about, there's a loss, and it's an emotional loss. It's caused some depression. I feel like because the major arcana are so good for the most part, I feel like there will be, because the sun is the last major arcana, so it's not above. I wish it was on the top, I wish it was like warming up the whole situation, but it seems like that's what's being eclipsed, like the moon is eclipsing the sun here, so you're being seen as innocent in this situation by other people. Other people are innocent in this situation. I can't help but think it's like some sort of infidelity or choice to have a third party involvement in something. This could literally be like somebody getting involved in someone's relationship and there being like an argument. If you go to a bar with somebody, just make sure that I don't have the Nine of Cups here in reverse or anything, but just there might be an argument. That's something else I'm getting. Okay, so let me go through the houses now. So your first house. This can be chest pain. I'm going to say this. I am just reading tarot cards. If you have any kind of medical issues or anything, you need to talk to your doctor or go to the emergency room if you have any problems with anything with your body. But with the Three of Swords in the first house, it can be chest pains, it can be indigestion, heartburn. It can also be depression. So dealing with depression, coming and going during this period because of what maybe the situation that's been going on. Second house of what we're valuing. You might be really delving into like mystery novels or information about taboo kind of hidden topics like the occult or mysticism, or maybe the Sci-Fi Channel is your thing, or there's also something clandestine about the moon as well. So like the clandestine and the covering up the heartbreak. So you might be keeping a wound to yourself, actually. Like you might be depressed and hiding it very well, and other people are seeing you as happy. Maybe other people don't know that you're not happy. There's just you're thinking that everything is fine, maybe that you're doing well, that things are growing and going in a productive and kind of happy course in life, but you deep down maybe you're feeling like angry about something and that's kind of nagging you. There's a couple different ways that this could go. But anyhow, you're valuing a secret, or you're holding a secret. You're consuming some sort of mystery stuff, or what else could this be? Virgo. You also could be valuing your private time during this period. Your emotions could be at a height. You could be kind of happy in a certain way, that you're feeling your emotions deeply, like maybe it's a relief as well to some degree. You could be valuing getting your period. I don't know. um Anything to do with blind a blind dinner date. This could be like blind dating comes into mind. There's also this like I'm being blinded while I'm eating something coming in. There's also hidden resources available to you. You might not know you had these inner reserves mentally or emotionally, or there's some sort of hidden um, aspect to you that you might be appreciative of, or maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. I don't know. It's somebody is hurting and keeping it secret. So I try to not think of that as like a good thing necessarily. But all right, let's go to the next house. So third house. There's this kind of productivity going on in in your neighborhood locally. You could hear about a neighbor or cousin, sibling having a baby. This is you thinking about having a baby, maybe going to visit different different places where you would be able to be more creative. Maybe like you're thinking a lot about pottery, so you go to a pottery place and make pottery there, and in your local neighborhood. This is thinking about having a baby, and so you go to Babies R Us in your local town or whatever, and you go shopping for, window shopping for things. This can be anything to do with the natural world as well, so thinking about plants and animals and nature, and going out in your local neighborhood to experience that. Maybe there's a garden or something that you go visit to clear your mind. Fourth house and family. There's an argument going on with the family, and you might have not known there was an argument going on, because it is in the subconscious as well, and the moon card is also the subconscious, so it is something that you didn't know somebody was fighting, or somebody had done something that was not taken well, or didn't think something through before they charged in some regard. You might have not known somebody was angry about something in the family. It could also be a young adult that is um, kind of been on a rampage in your family. There will be a new beginning in creative projects, or some kind of gambling risk that you take during this time. So you might play um, Keno, or buy a lottery ticket, or um, get the scratch tickets, anything like that. Video gaming. There's some sort of sporadical risk that you take in terms of leisurely activities as well. You might start a new sport, or I'm trying to think of anything else that would come up in the fifth house. You could begin a romantic fling during this time as well. Just know that if you did just start a romantic fling, there could have been somebody else in the mix, and that might be very disappointing. So don't get your hopes up. Don't invest too much at this time if you're single and mingling. Or have been even seeing somebody for a little while. They might not be fully upfront about how they are operating right now. What else? Six. Sixth house. There might need to be a procedure done with your health, and I'm not saying like a full-on anesthetic, like going under. You might have gotten a splinter and you have to poke it out with some tweezers, or you might have be careful not to step on a tack or a nail or anything like that. Um, there's also the possibility that it could be like a procedure, um, or there's been some pain that you've been experiencing, and finally you're just like, well, I gotta get this cut off, or you know what I mean. There's something there that like maybe it's a relief that the pain is over with, so going through it, this last big, thing, helps you end it. um yeah, I see like maybe it's a mole or skin tag or something, maybe on the face or the head or the neck or something like that. Also, sixth house is routine. So you could be having a painful ending in routine. Something that you loved doing every day may not be the same, because now you have more responsibilities and you have choices to make, and there's other people involved in the situation. So maybe you just wish things could go back to the way they were, but this eclipse will come in and change things for everybody. So there is some sort of change in terms of the work. You could have a job end as well. Like a boss might decide to choose somebody else, or take you out of a certain department because you're no longer needed, or there's like a layoff or something. Day-to-day routine, health. Yeah. Okay. So something is ending in terms of your routine and your health. Um, this can also be having to do with, because it's the head and it's with the lovers there. I know that's Gemini, but it's also like the duality of something. So um, there's, I'm thinking of duality in terms of durability is like more what I'm picking up from this. So there's like this tooth issue or something. You might have to have some sort of root canal, or you've been in pain for a while and you get a tooth pulled, or you get it filled, or there's something to do with that. And I do have Capricorn here with the Ten of Pentacles, so it could be having to do with your teeth. Now, with this, Ten of Pentacles here in the 7th house. Ten of Pentacles in reverse with the 7th house. There's some sort of partnership in business that a partner in business may lose out on some finances, or could be having money troubles in the family. And you are just trying to if it's your partner that has some issues in terms of finances, then they would be trying to make sure that they get things under control, or this is about desire and manifestation and physical action, right? So maybe your partner wants to spend more time with your family, or maybe you're trying to make more time with the family, but your work is kind of pulling you away from your partnerships at this time, or a partner might in business might take off some time from work because they need to spend more time with their family because their family is going through something. Eighth house. Something is being exposed that's a secret. Secret infidelity, some secret that was hurtful to somebody. It might not be having to do with you, so don't worry. This is also other people in your life. So other people are happy about something. Maybe you're not happy about something, and so you're keeping it secret from other people. You don't want people to know that you're unhappy with how something has been going. Other people could be seeing you as that way, or you could be seeing other people that way and wishing that you could be on the same page as them, that you could get, I don't know what that is. Something is being revealed and something is being eclipsed. There's definitely like energy coming in, going out. If you had a relationship with someone at your job, that might have complicated things. You might still love your job, but maybe you're just not feeling like as motivated to deal with this issue in terms of your career. There is also this, other people are happy in my life, but am I happy? Because this is also psychology here in this house. So this is like things being revealed or being lit up. So like you might actually realize and understand, finally get clarity on some type of mental state you've been in. This is also getting clear on what you want in terms of children, like your childhood psychology as well, your upbringing. With the Empress up there in the mental scape, and with this in the mental house, I feel like you're realizing you want children, maybe. Maybe your partner hasn't wanted any children. And maybe that's what's kind of the argument's been about. Because he looks like he's desiring something, and when he desires something, usually he knows how to manifest it. But he feels like other people aren't on the same page as him, or are too busy doing what they're doing, dealing with a situation that they can't be bothered to tell how they're feeling or something. I think that there will be some sort of trip that is far away from where you live. You might take a vacation, or you might take a cruise. Not all of you, obviously, will take a cruise, but I see somebody taking a cruise with this placement here. maybe a vacation to get your mind off of whatever's been going on, or get away with a partner and try to rekindle things. Beliefs that might be spiritual in nature, moving, changing cultures. So, this could be also a move abroad as well for some of you. Or some sort of communication with people at a distance. Um, it could be family even at a distance. Going to visit family in another country. It's there might be some sort of loss of career going on. As I have the Ten of Swords in the workhouse, and I have the Five of Cups in the career sector and reputation sector. So there's a loss here. Something doesn't go. There could have been a work party situation that didn't end well, or you were embarrassed about something, um, or there was a loss of a job, a friend's lost a job, and so now you feel like your work isn't as fun anymore. Um, Whatever's lost is regained, though. I feel like with the Five of Cups and the Three of Cups right there, I feel like there's a celebration regardless with friends. Like if you get fired, like everyone's like, yay! Or like there's this, you go out drinking after a really tough experience at the job or something. Something about your reputation is kind of taking a hit. Maybe your status in life is taking a hit. You were this person's friend and now you're not. You were on this contract and now you're not. You were married and now you're not. There is something here about loss and celebrating a milestone with friends, and sharing that kind of emotional bond with people. So coming together of friends to honor you through this hard time, or this can also be can I have clarity on the Five of Cups for Virgo, please? I have clarity on the Five of Cups for Virgo. Just one card, please. Oh, something fell on the ground. Okay, so this is about the loss, like grieving a loss of something not being, you maybe thought you could bring back, or go back and redo this kind of, or you might be strongly called to ask for reconsideration on something, and it's just not being heard. It's the end of a cycle. Your friends will be there for you. Your friends are coming up strong. They're coming up um, in the upright, and they're coming up in the friendship house and sector. So friends, if you work in some sort of tech startup type situation, you have a lot of friends that are going to support you through this at work, or um, a friend helps pick you up off your feet after kind of a stumble, and they there's just like a celebrating this person and the love that they have for you, and you could meet a new friend at some sort of social event. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Or it could be like a friend that starts out a friend and becomes a lover um, down the road. I see you defending your spiritual beliefs to somebody. Um, I see people like picking on you about it, or there's some sort of competition in regards to a hidden enemy. So if you feel like somebody's being really competitive with you in your friend circle, it might mean that they're actually more of a frenemy um, than a friend. You also might be kind of defensive because of what you've just gone through. So try not to take things too personally. Also, this is competing for sleep. So you might be very busy at this time and feel like there's a lot demanding you, and so it's hard for you to get to bed. Just try to stay on with the schedule change. It's always hard to adjust. So you might have gone from working nights to working days. This is also a glow up after a bunch of things happening in your life with the sun here. The moon starting out with the sun. So I think after the eclipse and everything settle, after things settle down, that things will start to get better. Your friends will be there for you. You will be starting new beginnings. Things will end, but new beginnings will come in. It just might take a little longer than you anticipate for things to smooth out after this trying time. And you're bossing up. You'll be bossing up in regards to the situation, so you can get a handle on it, Virgo. And you'll be very gestative. You will have a lot of creative. You'll be brainstorming a lot this month about what you can do, what you can create, what's going to be. You'll be thinking about how grateful you are about things too. What else? You will make other people happy in your life. I think this is like kind of what the whole moral of the story is. You might go through a hard time, and through this you're keeping your chin up, and other people are noticing how strong you are, and that everything is going to be okay. You make people feel like everything's going to be okay, and your friends are going to do that for you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Virgo. Have a great May, and I'll see you in June. Bye.